Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm David Schuster, in for Dan, who's off. We start tonight with a major development in Bush League justice. Today, Karl Rove, the president's former top aide, was a no-show, ignoring a subpoena to appear before Congress. A chair sat empty in the Rayburn House office building in Washington, where Rove was invited to testify before the House Judiciary Committee. The committee is investigating allegations Rove played a role in the prosecution of Democrat Don Siegelman, the former governor of Alabama, who was sentenced to 7 years for corruption. But Rove defied the committee's subpoena, his attorney writing, quote, "As a close advisor to the president, whose testimony is sought in connection with his official duties in that capacity, he is immune from compelled congressional testimony." That claim was rejected this morning by a subcommittee of the Judiciary Committee in a 7-1 vote. Representative Linda Sanchez, who heads that subcommittee, joins us now. And Congresswoman, okay, today you voted to reject Rove's claim of executive privilege. What are you going to do now?
Well, the next step would be for the full committee to take up the contempt recommendation, to vote on it, which I'm been told by Chairman Conyers that he's anxious to do, and from there it would go to the full House for a vote.
And how anxious? When will this vote in the committee take place?
Mr. Conyers hasn't given a time deadline, but I would imagine that it would probably be within the next couple of weeks or so.
And you want the contempt vote to happen, right? You do want to hold him in contempt. Is that what you're saying today?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The claim of executive privilege and immunity is ridiculous. It's clear that in conversations that he's had with the U.S. Attorney's Office over different matters that he was handling, the president wasn't involved in those communications, and so the claim of executive privilege is really not a valid one.
And Congressman, I just want to clarify, there is a jail in the U.S. Capitol that hasn't been used for some time, but you are saying in the committee, some of your colleagues are saying tonight, you want Karl Rove in that jail if he continues to refuse the demands of this committee. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, well, the inherent contempt powers of Congress were last used in the 1930s, and there was a jail cell located in the Capitol that was utilized for that purpose. My understanding is that with some of the renovations that have gone on in the Capitol over the years, there really isn't an actual physical jail there, so I imagine that...
but in any case, you want Karl Rove put in jail for this, right?
I would like to see him held accountable for his complete disregard of the law, absolutely.
But will you say, yes, Karl Rove should go to jail if he doesn't cooperate?
I personally believe absolutely. Anybody who scoffs at the law and has committed an offense that is punishable by jail time should be put in jail.
Congressman, are you worried at all about the time frame, though? I mean, isn't this the sort of thing you're up against the election? Doesn't this need to happen in the next 5 months?
Well, it's not limited to particularly this year. I mean, in an ongoing investigation, it could potentially happen, next year. But personally, I think that time is of the essence, and that the sooner that we act on this, the better. Just
to clarify, and again, real quickly here, do you believe, yes or no, that the United States House of Representatives, your colleagues, will support holding Karl Rove in contempt if you guys send it to the full House?
I think if it goes to the full House, there is a very great probability that, yes, they would hold Karl Rove in contempt.
Okay. Congresswoman Linda Sanchez, whose subcommittee today rejected Karl Rove's claim of executive privilege. Congresswoman, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Joining us now, Jonathan.